pranidhaya manohri
pranidhaya manordi
vikshramanopi na pashyam
vikshamaanopi napashyam
avitrittaivaturaha.
avitrapta ivaturaha.
I desire to see again that transcends form of the Lord, but despite my attempts to concentrate upon the heart with eagerness to view the form again, I could not see him anymore, and that dissatisfied I was very much aggrieved. So today is a special journey of Narad Muni. What happened to Narada? Right? We are going to continue today that, and before that is travel prayers. ॐ अज्ञानतिमरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुमिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं वदन्ति स वदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु शिवतापतिकं नं श्रीगुरु वैष्णवां च श्रीरूपं सार्जातं सहगना रघुनाथं वितं तं सजीवम् सावधेतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सहगना ललिता श्रीशाखान्वितां च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाशादेशकारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम बदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरे तुसे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी शिराधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धु एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा so so the last time I'll just take a little review on the last time, and with the last time revision only we'll have a continuation of the today's work. So basically our topic was how Narad Muni became a great Krishna conscious devotee last time. So what had happened? Narad Muni was a small boy. His mother was a maid in the my and a mother was a maid in the school, and she will serve the boy. One day, four Bhakti Vedantas came, and the mother and the child both came to serve them. The mother would cook, so because it was a time of Chaturmas, तो चतुर्मास के समय में ये चारों लोग वहीं रुक गए और चतुर्मास के समय में ये लोग वहां रुक गए फिर क्या हुआ the he will serve Narad Muni would serve Narada boy would serve so mother will cook and this Narada boy will serve and after serving he will also take the remnant asking their permission and he will hear Krishna Katha come from them and he became very much attractive and he was self-controlled though he was a small boy still he was self-controlled he did not speak more than required and he took their remnants and you will hear the narrations of the Supreme Lord. And afterwards, he will keep thinking that what they have taught, he will be think, and they taught him how to remember the Supreme Lord. See, that time was a Satya Yuga. Now Kali Yuga is going. Kali Yuga, what is the process? Chanting the holy names of the Lord. So just like we are taught, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The Narada boy was taught if you have to remember the Lord, how you should remember the Lord? By fixing your mind in the heart. And they showed him that how the Paramatma looked like. And when he started to, remember the Lord, think about the Lord, then what happened? He realized that he is a spirit soul. And he followed instructions. And they were about to depart. They instructed him Bhakti Yoga, how to worship the Supreme Lord, and the art of using everything the service of God, so ultimately return back home, back to Godhead. But one thing happened. You know what happened? Narad Muni's mother, while he was going to milk a cow, she was bit by a serpent. And Narada boy took it as a special mercy. Right? So here comes a very important question, which may surprise. Now, this Narada boy just took to the bhakti of the Lord, and something so unfortunate happened with him. So, how to understand this? It's a question to all of you. See, he's becoming a devotee, and now his mother left. So now, question may come: why did the Lord would do like this to Narada Muni, Narada boy? But anyone want to answer this question? Yes, Hitendra Prabhu.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
Hare Krishna. Yeah.
उनकी मदर एक ऐसा पॉइंट सोर्स थी जो उनको आगे बढ़ने से रोक सकती थी शायद। तो अब
Okay.
क्यों चली गई हैं तो ही इज फ्री टू परसू लॉर्ड।
Okay. But did the Lord took his mother?
हाँ तो उनके वो भगवान ने उनको फ्री कर दिया ना। अभी अभी आप बस मेरा नाम लो और कुछ नहीं करना।
Okay, I'm looking for some more answers, some more explanation. Okay, I'll put another question. If this happened to some devotee's life, some devotee is taking bhakti, now what it is said, Narad Muni took it as a special mercy of the Lord. Right? And what did it do? He thought that this is Lord's mercy and he took shelter of the Lord and went ahead. Now, see, Lord would not create anything inauspicious in his life. Whatever Lord does for the life of a devotee is always auspicious. Lord always, whatever happens in the life of a devotee, whatever is arranged in the life of a devotee is always auspicious. Nothing inauspicious can happen in the life of a devotee. Or even to the relatives of a devotee. Lord not only protect the devotee, Lord even protect the relatives of his devotees. When Lord Narsimhadev came to Prahlad Maharaj, he says, Prahlad, neither not only you will be liberated, 21 generations along with you will be liberated. Right? 21 generations along with you will be liberated. So this is the mercy of the Lord. So not only a devotee gets benefited when he takes a devotional service, his relatives also take. So suppose if you take to devotional service, your husband may not be devotee, he will also benefit. Your wife may not be devotee, she will benefit. Your parents may not be devotee, they will benefit. Your children may not be devotee, they will benefit. In fact, if one person takes to bhakti, the whole family becomes glorious. Even the Purvaja who have passed away, when they heard that Hare, somebody has become a devotee, they dance in joy. So to become a devotee is such a rare thing and such an auspicious thing that as soon as one becomes a devotee, not only that person, his whole family becomes auspicious. And now I'm saying, अरे आप तो ऐसा बोल रहे हो लेकिन हमारे घर वाले तो अपोज करते हैं. Don't worry, it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. If you become a good devotee, you'll see everything will become auspicious in your life. With it. Now, in case of Narad Muni, what had happened is Narada Muni's mother, she loved her very much. She tried to protect her. But her Kala has come. When somebody's Kala has come, nobody can stop it except the Supreme Lord. Right? There. See, in life of the person, there are certain times called Danda, where the time to pass away comes up. But if the Supreme Lord wants, he can prolong it. The thing, if Supreme Lord wants to keep him, go away. If it Supreme Lord thinks this is the right time for him to go, otherwise he will suffer more. So he will give karma in that situation, a person will go away. That's it. So now, though the death of the wife, the death of this mother of Narad Muni happened due to the prarabdha karma. See, what is the concept of the prarabdha karma? So prarabdha karmas are those karmas which are accrue to us even when you are taken birth. The moment you took birth, the sukha and dukkha of this life is already decided. See, it may not be decided how much salary you will earn, but how much you will be happy with your job is decided. And you cannot increase that quota of happiness and distress. That's what Srimad Bhagavatam talks about. Sukha and dukkha. But spiritual happiness you can always increase. Right? And you can escape dukkha by transcending sukha and dukkha, by absorbing in Krishna consciousness. That is possible. But by material means is not possible there. So, though the time for Narad Muni's mother had come, now Lord saw that because this is the only thing which is stopping this boy to become fully Krishna conscious, the Lord said, okay, this is auspicious for him, let the karmas work upon it. But if the Lord thinks, oh, this is not auspicious for my devotee, then the Lord will remove those karmas also. So that means what? Though karma, so whatever happens in life of a devotee is auspicious only. So when jo hua achhe ke liye hua, it applies to a devotee. And for a non-devotee, person who is not a devotee, jo ho raha hai wo isliye ho raha hai to realize that you should come to Krishna, come to God. God is in control. There. So it may not be considered auspicious unless he becomes a devotee. There. So real auspiciousness comes in the life of a devotee. There. Now, so this was we learned in the 5th chapter, all these things we learned. Now, how the 6th chapter starts with, Narad Muni starts with a jigyasa. Narad Muni starts with a jigyasa. And what was the jigyasa of Narad Muni? What was the jigyasa of Narad Muni? I'll just show you. So Sadharma Prachaha. So Narad Muni, Vyasadev inquires on Narad Muni, oh, when this Bhakti Vedantas disappeared, they've departed, what did you do? So this one of the principles in Bhakti is to inquire from Guru. See, we grow to the degree we inquire. And therefore, the first principle, there are 64 regular principles in Bhakti. The foremost principle is Sadharma Prachaha. Atha angani guru padashaya tasmat Krishna dikshadi shikshanam vishrambhane guru seva sadhu vartman vartana. And Sadharma Prachaha bhogadi tyagha Krishna se hetave. So first one should go to a guru. To know about spiritual knowledge, one should go to a guru. So Vyasadev is asking those who Supreme Lord, oh Narad Muni, what did you do after do? So to the degree we ask questions. Now, how many of you feel that we have questions but we are hesitant to ask questions? Right? You get questions but you're hesitant to ask. But actually our spiritual growth happens to the degree we ask questions. If we don't ask questions, we cannot grow spiritually. Only when we ask questions, we can grow spiritually in our life. So therefore, asking questions is something a very, very important part in the process of bhakti to grow. When we are asking the questions, is an important part of bhakti to grow in life. So one should not hesitate the questions. And if you're feeling that we are having less time for question and answers, we can increase more time for question and answer after the class. Or even before the class, we can have time for question and answers. But our growth will happen when only we ask the questions with it. So it's very important there. And one should also inquire. So Narad Muni, Vyasadev is inquiring in the life of Narad Muni. The same way when we hear that how did Srila Prabhupada preach Krishna consciousness? How Prabhupada was a grahastha at the time he met his guru. And the first time he met Bhaktivedanta Thakur, Bhaktivedanta Thakur gave instruction, you're a young man, why not you go and preach all over the world? And so first he was very happy, Srila Prabhupada, that I met a genuine person who's taking the there. And he accepted Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur as his guru in his heart. And then when Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur, then he came back and then he thought, but I am a grasta. I have children, I have a wife, I cannot live there and serve my Guru Maharaj. If I not have been a grasta, I could have. But since I not, I cannot go and serve my Guru Maharaj away. मैं अपने गुरु की सेवा नहीं कर सकता. But even though he was running a business, always his meditation was, how can I serve my Guru? And when Srila Prabhupada's children grown up, the son became taking responsibility. Srila Prabhupada took Vanaprastha and then complete focus on spreading the movement there. So when Srila Prabhupada got darshan of Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur, he was only 26 years old in 1922. And then he went to US in 65 when he was 70 years. So till that time, he was preparing to serve his Guru. So actually, we become serious in spiritual life to a degree with Sarvacharya, with serve the Guru. जब हम गुरु सेवा करते हैं तभी हमको भगवान की भक्ति प्राप्त होती है और ज्ञान प्राप्त होता है और हम इस भव बंधन से छूटते हैं. तो व्यासदेव हमको सिखा रहे हैं कि कैसे हमें एक गुरु से प्रश्न करना चाहिए अपने जीवन में और उसको जीवन में अप्लाई करके और इंस्पिरेशन देना चाहिए करके. एंड इनफैक्ट आप देखेंगे इस्कॉन में भी श्री प्रभुपाद जी के कितने शिष्य हुए कि वो कैसे कृष्ण कॉन्शियसनेस में आए. आप जानना चाहते हैं कुछ स्टोरीज कि कैसे वो कृष्ण कॉन्शियसनेस में आए, कैसे वो डिवोटीज बने करके. सो ऐसे ऐसे बहुत सारे हैं. एक भक्ति चारू स्वामी महाराज की मैं स्टोरी बताता हूँ. वो यूरोप में पढ़ रहे थे. He was studying in Europe and he was working, but he won't feel good because many Americans will say India is a poor country. Indian. So because of that, he was hurt and he started inquiring more about Indian culture and he started reading books on philosophy. And so much so, he came back from Europe to find in search of a guru, that I will get a guru and find a spiritual path and do my tapasya. And that's the time he got Srila Prabhupada's book, NOD, Nectar of Devotion. And when he got Srila Prabhupada's book, Nectar of Devotion, he was convinced. He was clear cut that this is the philosophy I'm looking for. He would worship Krishna even in childhood, but he didn't know that Krishna is Supreme Personality of God. तो वो भगवान कृष्ण ही सुप्रीम भगवान है, सुप्रीम पर्सनालिटी ऑफ गॉड है. जब उनको पता लगा, so he felt, oh, now let me surrender my life to Srila Prabhupada there. And one night, Srila Prabhupada came in his dream. He saw in a dream Srila Prabhupada was there, effulgent, and understood he's the spiritual master, what I was looking for. And though Srila Prabhupada that time has 10,000 disciples, but Prabhupada gave a special service for him to translate all his books into Bengali. Bhakti Charu Maharaj. And then Bhakti Charu Maharaj perfected his life and went on back to Garden there. So how they came across. So when you hear the sincere sadhakas, यूरोप में रह के और सब कुछ छोड़ छाड़ के गुरु के प्रति समर्पण करके जीवन प्राप्त करते हैं, तो how we feel so inspired. We see the life of Srila Prabhupada. He was a grahastha when he came to his guru, but he fulfilled his grahastha duties, and at a point of time, he completely dedicated to serve his guru there. So that becomes a source of great inspiration for us when we hear those beautiful stories with the dedication. So therefore, one should never hesitate to ask questions. One should find the right person whom we can ask questions, and ask questions, then only we grow in our life. There. Sadharam Pracha. There. So please don't hesitate to ask questions. If you have some questions, you can even mail me if you have any question. You can mail me. You can have my ID. You can put my email ID in the WhatsApp group. If anyone of your question, please mail, because through mail only we can asking questions we can know. And the second principle which we learn from the Narada Muni, accepting reverses in life is not a special mercy. Now, on the other hand, Narada Bhai would have thought that Krishna has taken my mother. God is cruel. God has taken my mother. He would have become an atheist. It happens. See, many people who are atheists, they have become atheists because some situation happened in their life and they could not digest it. And they think, okay, now God is not there because this is wrong happening to me. But Narada Muni did not thought like that. He thought, oh, if this has happened, maybe this is what Krishna wanted there. So let me take more shelter of the Lord. So to become a serious devotee is very, very important thing. When anything happening in our life which is not good, which is not pleasing to us, which is like a reversal in our life, do we ask a question? If Krishna has, I'm a devotee of the Lord, and if Lord has done it, there may be some reason. So let me take to bhakti more seriously. Let me find this opportunity to say, take bhakti of Krishna more seriously. And this is what it required. And that's what made Narada boy into Narada Muni. He took that. Now, how many of you feel that today you have come to attend the sessions? Something would have happened in your life that you come to this point to take bhakti. How many of you experienced that? Like I remember I shared my story that how I was in my 12th class and one boy used to trouble me. And that's the time it inspired. I asked my mother what to do. Mother told me read Hanuman Chalisa. Then while reading Hanuman Chalisa, I came across Gita in my house. And then when I read Gita, then I understood, I am not this body, I'm spirit soul. Then I started inquiring what happens after this life there. And then I got answers. Now, had that boy not beaten me, had that boy not troubled me, I would not have come to spiritual life, isn't it? So whatever Krishna is doing in our life, he's just doing so we come back to him. And actually, Lord is not doing it. We are suffering due to our own past bad activities, right? See, Lord is not so cruel to create difficult situations in our life. He always want to keep his devotees in a comfortable position, right? He always want to do good only for us. He loves us so much. But due to our bad activities, we already have so much karma. But in the life of a devotee, Krishna will say, okay, if this karma is going to make him serious, then I will give it. Otherwise, I will remove it. If still I see there is a sinful mentality in his mind, there is a due to which he has done the karma, that mentality still is there, then let me give this karma so that he gets purified. But if Lord sees that we are already freed from those ahankara, we are freed from those conditioning, the Lord will not give the karma to us. So therefore, a sadhaka should have that understanding, whatever Lord does or Lord has done in our life due to which we have become a devotee, Lord is currently doing in our life, due to which we are thinking why it's happening, is all to bring closer to Him. And that is what you learn from the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Again, stories from Kunti Maharani, from Bhishma Dev, from different sections. We're going to learn this one very important thing. Krishna loves us so much. Krishna loves each one of us so much. Even our parents cannot love so much. Even your most closest relative cannot love you so much. How much Krishna loves you. What is the proof of this? When Dhruv Maharaj went to his mother, oh mother, I want a kingdom greater than my great grandfather. His mother said, बेटा तुम भगवान विष्णु के पास जाओ, जो मेरी जैसी सैकड़ों मान तुमको नहीं दे सकती, भगवान विष्णु तुमको देंगे. भगवान विष्णु क्या करेंगे? तुमको वो ज्ञान देंगे, तुम वो प्यार तुमको देंगे. And it happened. Dhruv Maharaj has such a difficult desire, he wanted a kingdom greater than kingdom of Brahma. Lord Vishnu gave him. So nobody in this world can love us as much as Krishna loves. What is the proof? He comes as Paramatma in every life to us. So he loves us the most. And when you just understand this one point in bhakti, you will understand, love it. This person loved me so much. Whose name am I chanting? Your life will not be saved. Your life will be different. But through Srimad Bhagavatam, we have to understand what way he loves us. And he loves us doesn't mean that nothing reversals can happen in our life, right? So many times when people think that God loves us, that means जो हम चाहते हैं वही होना चाहिए. No. That's a wrong definition of Krishna loving us. Krishna loves us means he gives us what we need in our life. Just like if a child has the has insects in his teeth, right? दांत में कीड़ा लग गया है, तो बच्चा आपका चॉकलेट मांगेगा. Will you give chocolate? He will cry also. Will you give him chocolate? No. Why? You love him. But shopkeeper will give him chocolate if you give the money to shopkeeper. The same way, Krishna will only give us what is good for us. Right? Others will not give that to us. Yeah. So this faith, when we have Krishna, how Krishna loves us so much. And another thing, अगर हमको भगवान भी मिल जाए तब भी हमको भगवान नहीं मिलेंगे. Mean to say, like Duryodhana also saw Krishna, Karna also saw Krishna, but they could not get Krishna. But जब एक गुरु मिल जाता है, एक भगवान का भक्त मिल जाता है, then we get Krishna. We get Krishna. So till now, Narada boy could not get Krishna. But when he got the Bhakti Vedantas, now he got Krishna. क्यों? जब भक्त मिल गया, भगवान मिल जाते हैं. So if you want Krishna, first you will have to learn to surrender your Guru, then you get Krishna. Okay. And that's what is Narada boy showing. He got the Bhakti Vedantas, not they left, but his teachings remain. The teachings of them remains there. So when we take the teachings from the Guru, from the Vaishnavas, and practice it, then what happens? They remain with us. So accepting reversal in life as lots of special mercy. And then what happens? And let us see the wordings from the mouth of Narada Muni, how he took this as a special mercy. In Narada Muni's own words, I was the only son of my mother, who was not only a simple woman, but a maid servant as well. Since I was only offspring, she had no other alternative for protection. She bound me with a tie of affection. She wanted to look after my maintenance properly, but because she was not independent, she was not able to do anything for me. The world is under the full control of the Supreme Lord, therefore everyone is like a wooden doll in the hands of a puppet master. So when I was a mere child of 5 years, I lived in a Brahmana school. I was dependent on my mother's affection and had no experience of different lands. And then my mother was bitten in the leg by a serpent influenced by supreme time. So previously, accidental death means the snake bite. Other there were no accidents at all. I took this as a special mercy of the Lord, who already desired benediction for his devotee. And so thinking, I started for the north. And it's a beautiful purport. Aditya Prabhu, read the purport. Okay. Okay, cannot unmute yourself. Yeah. Yes, please read Aditya Raj Prabhu.
Confidential devotees of the Lord see in every step a benedictory direction of the Lord. What is considered to be an odd or difficult moment in the mundane sense is accepted as special mercy of the Lord. Mundane prosperity is a kind of material fever, and by the grace of the Lord, the temperature of this material fever is gradually diminished, and spiritual health is obtained step by step. Mundane people misunderstand it.
Yeah. So, what is the devotee of Lord? See every step a benedictory direction of the Lord, where other cannot. And now Narada Muni is going to different places. And you know, when this pastime is happening, when this story is happening, this really happened or not? Or is just a story? This actually happened. But it happened in last day of Brahma. That is why, now how many of you worry were that Narada Muni have seen every pastime? Dhruv Maharaj, who's the guru of Dhruv Maharaj? Narad Muni. Who's the guru of Prahlad Maharaj? Narad Muni. So every pastime Narad Muni will come. He's a very special preacher. So because in this day of Brahma, when Lord Brahmaji woke up in this day, Brahmaji gets there. You remember I talked about in the third chapter, I talked about the time scale कि एक ब्रह्मा जी के एक दिन में 1000 युग साइकिल होते हैं, 1000 सतयुग होते हैं, 1000 द्वापर युग होते हैं, 1000 कलयुग होते हैं. Right? So in the previous day of Brahma, this happened. And at the night of Brahma, when the night happened in the previous day, he went along in the body of Brahma. And this day, he came as a Manas Putra. Narad Muni came from the mind as Bhakti Shakti. And that's why from this whole day of Brahma, he comes. And where Narad Muni lives, Siddhaloka, he lives. He keep roaming, preaching. And one time, His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu was taking a camp for me. It was my first year, 2004. And I asked him a question, Prabhuji, year 2004, 2005 only, early. So I asked a question, देखो हम अब Narad Muni, why not Narad Muni come for us? How many of you will be happy if Narad Muni comes to preach you also? Right? You'll feel happy if Narad Muni comes to preach you. Right? So I was asking, why not Narad Muni comes to us now? I was asking this question. You know what did I got a reply? Can you guess? Can anyone guess what a reply I got? Yes, Keshav Prabhu.
I think I also heard it in one lecture only, Prabhu, but I might be wrong. He says he's always there, hearing whenever we are glorifying the Lord. It's just that we don't see it.
So what answer I got, that Srila Prabhupada has come as a jet age Narad Muni for all of us, isn't it? Srila Prabhupada circumlated the world 13 times there, going from one. You know, how did Russian preaching begin? Srila Prabhupada stayed in Russia just for 3 days. And no books were allowed in Russia. Srila Prabhupada took just Bhagavad Gita, one copy of Gita, his own personal copy. Shyam Sundar was there. They got one Indian devotee. That Indian devotee find a Russian boy, Ananta Shanti. Prabhupada preached to this boy, Ananta Shanti, for 3 days. Then Prabhupada left. And then Prabhupada asked one of his disciples to go to Russia and marry this Ananta Shanti. And she never saw that boy, but she surrendered herself to Prabhupada. And she came and married this Ananta Shanti, this boy. And that's how the whole preaching began in Krishna consciousness. And now there are thousands of devotees in Russia and Ukraine. So that's how Prabhupada is preaching. That's Prabhupada. And same when Narada Muni went to Megari, how much time? Few days. You heard the story of Megari? How many have heard the story of Megari? Let's share the story of Megari. Now, okay, those who have not heard, I'll share the story of Megari. This Megari was a hunter. And being a hunter, he would kill animals half. And animals were lying, like this. So he would half kill the animals. Narad Muni. Then what happened? Narad Muni came there and asking, Megari, why are you killing them half? Kill them full only, Why are you giving them so much pain? He said, yes, that's a good question. There. Then Narad Muni asked a question. Then Narad Muni showed him that whomever animals he has killed, those same animals are coming and killing him when he dies. The same animals are coming and pouncing upon him. He got very fearful. Hey, aisa bhi hota hai kya? Then Narad Muni asked, for whom are you doing? He said, I'm doing this for my family. Then Narad Muni said, okay, go and ask your family, will they share the sins, what you're doing for them? And when this Megari went to his family and asked, see, I'm doing this for you, will you share the sin? They बोले नहीं, आप खाना लाते हम खाते, sin आपके पास. Why should we suffer for you? And then he realized what is up. So Megari comes. And Narad Muni says, break your bow. So now Megari asks, what should I do? And Narad Muni says, break your bow. And he said, if I break my bow, what will I eat? Narad Muni said, don't worry. You chant Hare Krishna, You chant the names of God, food will come. So he had a faith. He broke the bow. And both he and his wife together became a devotees for the Lord. And the news spread in the whole of the village. And when the news spread, all the villagers are coming from, अरे ये हंटर साधु बन गया, इसको देखने चलते हैं. और जब लोग आते थे, बहुत सारे फल लाते थे, बहुत सारे अनाज लाते थे, तो उसके पास पूरा भंडार बन गया. Or whatever extra comes, he gives to back to others. So his food problem got solved just because following Narada Muni. So this is the preaching of Narada Muni. Now, after a few days, again Narada Muni was coming with Parvata Muni. And when he came to pay obeisances to them, on the way he stopped, kept his chadar, crossed it, and then met. And why did he cross? Because some ants were crawling. So he kept his utri upon the angavastra, upon the ant, so that ant should not get killed. And seeing this, Parvat Muni was glorifying, Hare Narad Muni, what a disciple you have. जो पहले एनिमल्स को आधा मारा था, now you don't want to kill ants also. And this story, you may say, अरे प्रभु जी, ये तो स्टोरी जो आप बता रहे हैं, ये तो कई पहले हुई है, अभी रिसेंट में बताओ. तो एक रिसेंट स्टोरी बताते हैं. One big general was there. The general was very, very cruel. He will go and kill villagers, rape women, and do so many things. One day the general was going in a train, and everybody was saluting. One devotee was reading Gita. He was absorbed in reading Gita. He didn't worry about it. He threw his Bhagavad Gita only. Devotee took the Gita, keep reading. Then he saw that this person is so calm and peaceful, and I am so this thing. He asked, "What is the secret?" He said Bhagavad Gita. He started reading Bhagavad Gita. He became a devotee. And then once he came to his ISKCON temple, and he said, "Hey, don't put all out. All out will kill the mosquitoes. Put a mosquito." So how bhakti brings transformation in the life of a devotee? There. That's the preaching of Narad Muni, and there's the preaching of Srila Prabhupada that brought so much transformations in people's life. So now this Narad Muni, Narada boy, he's going to the north. See, previously the conception is, अगर आपको तपस्या करना है तो कहाँ जाओ, भगवान को पाना है तो कहाँ जाओ? North, जंगल को जाओ. पर proper life, today you don't have to go to jungle. ग्रहा ताको, वाणी ताको, सदा बोले हरि ताको. Wherever you are, even you are in city, no problem. Chant the holy names of the Lord and hear about Krishna, serve Krishna, you will attain and you will see Krishna. But Narada Muni has so much desire to see the Lord, to serve Krishna, to get Krishna. Narada Muni, Narada boy, this boy kept walking in the forest. Now this is happening so many, that time also mines were there. That time also all this is there, and he's going to the forest. And in the forest he comes. And because this was a different age, so those Bhaktivedantas had instructed him that if you have to see the Lord, you see the Lord in the heart. And he kept meditating on the Lord. And actually Lord appeared. And when the Lord appeared, this is Narada boy. He was in tears. He was feeling so ecstasy. I saw my Lord. And he was feeling, I've not seen any form in this world the way I've seen this Lord. And he was feeling so ecstatic that nothing could be more beautiful than this. What I saw. That's the most beautiful thing one can see. And it's ecstatic. And you know what happened? The Lord disappeared. The Lord disappeared. Narada Muni saw the Lord's power, and the Lord disappeared. So Lord and Lord disappeared. You know what the Lord said to him? भगवान ने क्या बोला नारद बॉय को? Oh Narada, I've shown you once. It's by my mercy. You cannot see me again. भैया, तो अगेन नारद मुनि फिर से ट्राई कर रहे थे, देखो भगवान को, लेकिन भगवान नहीं दिखे. अब भगवान बोले. पहले भगवान दिखे थे, अब भगवान बोले. क्या भगवान बोले? Let us see. Let us read those purports. What the Lord So he's going different places. And previously, the sannyasis will travel also to jungles, to everywhere. And see, though he's such a he's not he's only 5 year child. He's not worried. He's not fearful even in the jungle. Why? He had faith. Krishna will protect me. Rakha Krishna mare ko, mare Krishna rakhe kyo. He went to a lake. Then after that, under the shadow of a banyan tree, I began to meditate upon the super soul. Okay, we'll ask some devotees to read. A lovish singer would like to read? Lovish, yeah.
Actually, Prabhuji, some service came, so I
No
was in
problem.
kitchen here.
Yeah. Like to read, or I'll ask someone else to read? Okay, no problem. Anil Prabhu, please read.
Yeah, Prabhuji. Translation, Prabhuji?
Yeah, translation.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. After that, under the shadow of the banyan tree, in an uninhabited forest, I began to meditate upon the super soul situated within using my intelligence as I had learned from liberated souls.
Yes. Okay, we'll give chance to different devotees to read. Pushkala Mataji would like to read.
Prabhuji. As soon as I began to meditate upon the lotus feet of the personality of Godhead, with my mind transformed in transcendental love, tears rolled down from my eyes, and without delay, the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, appeared on the lotus of my heart.
So Krishna appeared in his heart. And what was the experience when he saw Krishna? Okay. Priyanka Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. O Vasudeva, at the time, being accidentally overpowered by feeling of happiness, every part of my body becomes separately in living. Prabhuji, ये ठीक है? In living, right?
11, yeah.
And 11. Being absorbed in an ocean of
Ecstasy.
ecstasy, I could see neither myself nor the Lord.
It's very nice. And now, okay. Abhinandan Prabhu.
The transcendental form of the Lord as it is satisfies the mind's desire, and at once erases all mental incongruities. Upon losing sight of that form, I suddenly got up, being perturbed, as is usual when one loses that which is desirable.
Okay. I want to make it more interactive, so I may pick up any of the devotees and ask them question, like I did the last week. Right? So don't mind if I'll ask you what you feel about it. Okay, this question is to okay. Aman Prabhu, Aman Visht. Right, Aman, are you there?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, nice to see you. So would you like to see Krishna?
Yeah, obviously Prabhuji. I wish to see Krishna, but
yeah. So now my question is, you are also a small child. So when I remember Narada, I remember you're the youngest attending this session. Okay. So my point is, how can you see the Lord?
like by doing bhakti.
Okay, how? What way doing bhakti? Very nice.
Like I can't express Prabhuji. Like how can I say that thing? How should I describe?
How you describe? Okay, let's give chance to others. Someone told. Anyone else we ask a question? But anyone you want to voluntarily ask a question, this how you want to see Krishna in your life. Okay. Akshay Prabhu. Are you there, Akshay Kumar Sahu? Okay. Not okay. I'll choose one more last devotee. Okay. It's a Vibhuti Shastri. Would you like to say something?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yes.
I think that by serving, as in by serving people and doing my duty, those are the two things that I can do.
By serving devotees.
Serving people around me and by doing my duties.
Okay.
Yes.
So serving people and doing our duties.
Yes.
But that's not the scriptures say. The idea is good, but the scriptures don't say that. I appreciate your heart. Okay, Kritik, you like to say something? Kritik.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
You're asking about the Bhagavatam classes, right?
No, I'm asking you want to see Krishna.
Yes.
So how can you see Krishna?
By devotion, by Bhakti Marg.
Yes, Bhakti Marg. Okay, I'll tell one story. There was one hunter. This hunter was going around, and one kathakar was giving a katha. And he was talking about Narsinga Leela. That Lord Narsinga did pastime in this forest, and he's half man, half lion. And that hunter became very alert. Hey, there is a person like half man and half lion I have not seen in the forest. And the Kathaka said, no, he's there in the forest. So this hunter, for 2-3 days without eating, he was searching. And he was so absorbed in thinking of Lord Narsinga. Where is Lord Narsinga? Where is Lord Narsinga? Where is Lord Narsinga? And Lord Narsinga actually appeared. And he bound Lord Narsinga because he was so absorbed in the Lord there, because he had so much faith. He had so much faith. He was so much absorbed. And then he actually brought Lord Narsinga in front of that Kathakar there. And that Guruji there. And he is not able to see. Hunter is able to see Lord Narsinga, but the Kathakar is not able to see. And then he said, hey, why I'm not able to see the Lord? Then the Lord said, though you talk about me, but you don't have faith in my personality. You think I'm impersonal. But this hunter had a great faith in me, and he could see. So it is through faith and service to Guru, faith in the words of Guru, service to Guru, that one can see God. Right? So what happens in the stage of bhakti, as you are going in the stage of bhakti, all of us can see Krishna. All of us can see Krishna. Now, like one time, what happened? One person was living in a very remote, poor place. He wanted to see gold. Because his idea was gold means big Khan should be there. So then he was taken to that big gold place where the gold was accumulated. And he saw the gold. And after seeing the gold, he realized even the stairs by which he came through was made of gold. But he didn't realize that it was gold. So, actually, the moment you have started doing Bhakti Yoga, you are with Krishna. But you have not realized it yet. The holy name of Krishna is not different from him, you're chanting. The deity of the, you take Jagannath Darshan is not different from Krishna. Only you have not realized it. But as we keep getting purified, we keep getting experience of Krishna in our bhakti. So just like the Lord gave a jhalak to Narad Muni. Now Narad Muni, I am there. Narad Muni, I am there, just intense. And he doesn't faith his Lord is there. The same time, same way, while you're doing your bhakti seriously, sometimes Krishna will give you experience. When you're chanting and you experience so great ecstasy in chanting the holy names of the Lord. When you're seeing the deity, you will feel such a relationship with the Lord there. You go to a yatra and you feel such intense emotions for the Lord there. So Lord will give you those experiences. And when we become completely purified, right, that's the time Krishna will show completely to us. And this can happen to every one of us if we follow this path of bhakti. Right? So initially, we'll get a little experiences in our life of Krishna there. And by only when you and only by and when we do bhakti under a devotee, you got my point? Then only Krishna will reveal to us, not otherwise. If we have faith in the words of a Vaishnava Guru, in this case of a hunter, he didn't got a Vaishnava Guru. He just had a faith and he see, but the Guru couldn't see. But if we have a faith in a Vaishnava Guru, then we can get Krishna. And Prahlad Maharaj had faith in Narada. Narada had a faith in Bhakti Vedanta, isn't it? There. So that faith in the Guru. Oh, devotees, Prabhupada has told us we should take this chanting the holy name very seriously in our life. And we take it. We hear Srimad Bhagavatam there. Because what Srimad Bhagavatam says, if you hear Srimad Bhagavatam seriously, you will see Krishna in the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. And believe me, all of us will see Krishna. First, we'll experience Krishna through bhakti. See how you experience Krishna through bhakti? Like fire element is everywhere. But you take a matchstick, you put it like this. What happens? Fire comes. So moment bhakti awakens in our heart, experience of Krishna comes. Fire comes. When bhakti is not there, so Krishna is everywhere, we are not able to see Krishna. The moment bhakti awakens in our heart, you can feel for Krishna. You can feel emotions for Krishna. Even Rupa Goswami says there's a young boy and a young girl feels pleasure for each other. Same way, a devotee feels a great pleasure in glorifying the Lord, in hearing about Lord's pastimes there. Right? So in this world, people consider the boy and girl pleasure to be the highest, right? But there's something more higher than that. It's what? The relationship of bhakti with Krishna, with God. That you forget all other pleasures of this world. You may do your duties. You may do your duties thing, but you find the pleasures and lotus feet of Sri Krishna. And what Narada Muni is finding. So when we started this process of bhakti, believe me, if we are sincere, if we do under a Vaishnava Guru, and we do it, we'll all can attain Krishna in one lifetime. If we do the process very seriously and understand the real process, Bhagavad Dharma, there, and we're serious about it to attain Krishna there. And there have been many proper disciples. Some were simple Matajis, but very dedicated Matajis doing their house duties, but serving Krishna with so much love, bhakti, without any hankara. They attain perfection. Anybody can attain perfection in this world. And we have to understand this Bhagavad Dharma, that this is the Bhagavad Dharma. So by hearing you get faith, and hearing with faith you get Krishna. So that's the beauty. So it's already close to 9. So I desire to see again that transcend the form of Lord. But despite my attempts to concentrate upon the heart with eagerness to be the form again, I could not see him anymore, and thus dissatisfied, I was very much agreed. So there is no mechanical process to see the form of Lord. It completely depends on the consciousness of the Lord. We cannot demand a Lord to be present before vision, as we cannot demand the sun to be nice. One should simply wait the opportune moment and go on discharging prescribed duty. And Then the Lord spoke with gravity and pleasing words just to mitigate my grief. Was the Lord spake? I regret that during this lifetime you are not able to see me anymore. Those who are incomplete in service or not completely free from all material plans can hardly see me. See, Narad Muni was pure in the heart, but Krishna wanted to create a lobha in his heart. Lalyam tadapi mulyam. What is the mulyam to see Krishna? What is the mulyam to see Krishna? The lalyam in our heart is the mulyam to see Krishna. So Krishna wanted to create, oh, I really want to see the Lord. Now, how many of us have that deep desire? I want to serve the Lord. I want to experience the Lord. So that you see, the Narad boy has so much longing to see Krishna. Only when you're longing, you're able to see Krishna. You're able to experience Krishna. Without that longing, we're not able to see or experience Krishna in our heart, in our life. So when we become pure in heart and complete in service, so whatever service we are given, if we do that service very nicely, right? Whatever service we are given and we do that service very nicely, and our heart becomes pure by chanting the holiness of the Lord, then we will also see Krishna. So now what happened? Narad Muni, after that, he went village to village, place to place, and always chanting the holy names of the Lord, singing like devotees go in Harinam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So Narad Muni keep going. And in the end of day of Brahma comes. So quickly what happened? He left his one body, left this gross body and attained a spiritual body. Like a flash and a light. Means he didn't realize how death came. This Narad Muni did not realize how death came. He attained a spiritual body. And he saw my dead body is lying. Amazing. And see, Dhruv Maharaj also attained a spiritual body like that, in a flash with it there. You give up the mental body and see you develop the spiritual body. So a devotee who faithfully practices a spiritual life. How many want to see developing that kind of spiritual body at a time of, by the end of this lifetime? Please raise your hand. And by lifetime, you develop a spiritual body and go to Vaikuntha as the spiritual world. Okay, others I think they are probably not able to raise their hands electronically, or their videos are not on. But that's what the bhakti is. Okay, so again I'll ask one question. How do you feel this can happen? That we develop a spiritual body there. Okay, Suresh Prabhu would like to answer how you feel this could happen, that at the end of life we develop a spiritual body. Suresh would like to answer. Okay. Bhavana Mataji, would you like to answer how this could happen? You're able to unmute or?
No.
Yes, Mataji. So how you
So
feel
in
this
case,
can happen?
in case we keep remembering the Lord by chanting regularly, I think we should be able to.
Yes. See, what has to happen? The material subtle body has to convert into spiritual subtle body, even in our lifetime, this lifetime. How that happen? Every mental desire we have, we should spiritualize that desire. What is mean by spiritualizing desire? Rather than to see material forms, one should want to see Krishna's beautiful spiritual forms. Rather than hearing a Indian music, hear Krishna's kirtan, beautiful kirtan. Rather than seeing movies, see Krishna movie, movie related to Krishna, or read the scriptures. Rather than tasting different foodstuffs, eat the prasad offered to Krishna. There. So when we spiritualize all our senses, all our desires in service to Krishna, by the end of this life, we'll develop a spiritual body. And with that spiritual body, with this full engagement to Krishna, we can go home back to God. With it, we develop such a body. And this is a spiritual process. So we don't have to go to tapasya in the jungle for doing that. Just spiritualize all desire. Use all our senses, all our mind, all our thing in serving Krishna and remembering Krishna. And when the mind becomes spiritualized, you are in the spiritual world. And one day, you just leave this body and go to the spiritual world in a self-same body. And what I'm telling you is not exaggeration. Ajamil was a sinful person he was. In 12 years, he attained perfection by going to a spiritual place and practicing bhakti. So every one of us, if we sincerely do it, we also can attain what Narada Muni achieved. And that's what Narada Muni is instructing Vyasadev. Are, why you are giving the dharma kam moksha? Directly give Bhagavad Dharma to people, they will attain perfection of life. They will attain perfection of life. There. By practice of Bhagavad Dharma, chanting the holy names of the Lord. See, doing good things is very important, because when you have a heart of doing good, then it bring us to Sattva-guna. And that Sattva-guna can help us to perform bhakti. But unless we perform bhakti, we cannot get Krishna. There. That's the whole point. So it's an anga of bhakti that we want to do good to everybody, not do harm to anyone. There. And then Narada Muni, he went. So more you hanker for me, more you will be freed from all material desires. And by service of truth, even for a few days, a devotee attains firm and fixed intelligence. And consequently, he goes to become my associate in the transcendental world after giving him the present deplorable material words. And Narada Muni did not forget his remembrance, even at the time of revelation also. And then the Lord also stopped speaking. I began chanting holy name and fame of the Lord by repeated recitation, ignoring all formality of the material world. Such chanting and remembering of the transcendental past of the Lord eventually, I travel all over the world, fully satisfied without being proud or envious. Oh, Vyasadev, in due course of time, was fully absorbed in thinking of Krishna, had no attachment, being completely from entertainment, met with death as lightning and illumination occur simultaneously. Means the moment he left his body, he attained his spiritual body. He didn't realize that when I died. So having an embodied transcendental body befitting us with God, I quit the body made of fire and element and thus acquire fruit result of our stop. At the end of millennium, when the personality Godhead lay down with the water devastation, Brahma began to enter into him along with creative elements and also entered through his breathing. So after this many years, when Brahma awoke, I also appeared along with them. So I travel everywhere without restriction, both in the transcendental world and the 3 degrees of the material world, because I'm fixed and unbroken such as God. And Narada Muni has which kind of body? A spiritual body. Nothing can happen to that spiritual body. Right? So the Supreme Lord, whose glory and activity are pleasing to him, at once appears on the seat of my heart as if called for, as soon as I begin to chant his holy activities. That those who are always full of care and anxiety due to desiring contact the sense of their object can cross ocean and sign on a most suitable board the constant chanting of the transcendental activities of the personality of Godhead. There. And one cannot be so purified by the yoga system, but he will be purified by bhakti. Thus, I have explained my birth and activities. All this will be conducive for your personal satisfaction also. And Narada Muni took leave of him there. And all glory and success of Sri Narada Muni, he glorifies the activity of personal Godhead, and he himself takes pleasure, and this was the 6th chapter completed. And 7 chapters going to be very amazing. We'll learn the art of conflict resolution. कि घर में कुछ conflict हो जाए तो उसको कैसे resolve करना चाहिए. So that also Bhagavatam is teaching us, along with many other things. So it's a very practical session. We're learning how the Draupadi, there's a conflict happen over Ashwatthama. between Draupadi and Arjuna and Bhima and Yudhishthir, and how did Krishna and Arjuna solve that conflict. So we'll get to learn there. So beautiful lessons we learn from this master and Narad. I hope it's very, very enlightening because it's very, very practical how to see God in our life. When you see God, there's nothing else left to see in this world, nothing else to achieve in this world. So something very, very amazing. Okay, so I think it takes time for question and answers. There. Before that, I think 2-3 devotees wanted to say something in the beginning. One was Tara Chand Prabhu is there. Tara Chand Prabhu wanted to say something in the beginning. And I think Aditya Raj Singh, Aditya Prabhu also, his hand was up. He wanted to say something.
Yes,
Yeah.
Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I was about to say, Prabhuji, thank you very much for the wonderful sessions in both Gita also as well as now Srimad Bhagavatam. I have learned a lot. Although I was in parallel, I had started reading through the book, but it is not easy to understand everything, or rather, it is very difficult to understand most of it by ourselves. So it helps with your guidance to understand it easily. And in fact, you have also, by starting the Bhagavatam series, you have also structured our path of reading the scriptures. Otherwise, it once the parallel life goes on and we keep thinking that we will read and we'll complete things, but we keep delaying also for different reasons. So the life is also getting structured, parallelly following the learnings of Srila Prabhupada books. Especially starting Srimad Bhagavatam was just getting delayed for me, but because of you, it started and now I'm progressing well.
Good,
Thank you
good.
so much
I could serve you someday. I'm happy. Hare Krishna. Okay, Ankur Prabhu, you have a question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hi.
Prabhuji, am I audible, Prabhuji?
Yeah, you're audible.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Prabhuji, my question is, how do we identify at what stage of... Yeah, my question is, how do we identify at what stage we are on spiritual journey?
Oh, you remember I showed you Ado Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajan Kari, Anat Nivritti, Nishtha in the second chapter?
That's the ladder
Yes,
we are
yes,
talking
yes.
about, is it?
So there are symptoms of each stage. When you read it nicely, you will understand. So most of us are now at the stage of Bhajan Kari, start chanting.
Okay.
But we need to have more faith, more disassociation of devotees to continue.
Okay.
Yes, Keshav.
Thanks.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, yeah.
Thank you so much for the wonderful lecture, Prabhu. Like, I especially really like the wordplay also in Bhagavatam, Prabhu. Like, Lolyam is for Mulyam, like, that's very poetic also. So I actually have a very different question, Prabhu. Like, I had noted down so you had mentioned that although the Kauravas also had seen Krishna, they did not have a guru in their life to make them realize about Krishna. So I just wanted to know, Prabhu, like, whom did Pandavas have? Because wasn't the guru the same, Dronacharya?
No. See, Dronacharya was a main guru. But Pandavas from child were very difficult. Actually, they were devotees from birth only, Pandavas. They were perfected beings even from the past life. Nitya Siddhas there. So Nitya Siddhas don't need a guru. So they have developed their natural bhakti from past life. But still, you see, they were always guided by Vidura, Bhishma, to understand about Krishna. The Brahmanas, they understand about Krishna, the Vedas and things. Whereas Duryodhana never took good advice. Many people came and told that's Krishna Supreme Lord, but Duryodhana never took a good advice. Because the Pandavas always associated with the rishis who love Krishna, and they also love Krishna.
So it's like it should be our desire to follow the instruction of the Guru.
Yes, and take association.
And thank you, Prabhu. Let's one more last question, Prabhu. Sorry. We have all like I always had this question. So I have heard this word very often, Akala Mrit.
Yeah, voice is gone.
Like how can it ever be untimely? Or am I missing?
Akal Mrityu means accidental. See, one person becomes old, then dies due to natural old age. One is there was no symptom of death, just suddenly he went off due to a snake bite or an accident or a disease. Nowadays, the what you say, person are doing gym and gym karte karte gone. Heartbeats are gone. It's become so. Life has become so uncertain nowadays.
That is also according to karma only, right? Like it's not.
Yeah. Some karma is also, and the unregulated habits of Kali Yuga also.
So it's never.
One person
never,
ate one
sorry.
person ate chicken at 11 p.m. in the night, and one person ate chicken at 11 p.m. in the night, and morning 2 o'clock heart attack and died. 28 years old. So unregulated habits of Kali Yuga.
That's all, bro. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yes, Hitendra Prabhu.
हाँ प्रभु जी
Yeah.
हाँ तो वो चैंटिंग से related
हम
से रिलेटेड है जब हम लोग माला कर रहे हैं कहानियों में भी कि एक वो डिजायर होता है, एक फोकस होता है, बहुत चीजें होती हैं। अब है ना, जब भी हम चैंटिंग कर रहे होते हैं, एक सेकंड में मन मंदिर में पहुंच जाता है, एक सेकंड में कहीं फैमिली में पहुंच जाता है, एक सेकंड में कहीं किधर चला जाता है। इसको किस तरह से कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं?
श्रवण से, जितना हम श्रवण करेंगे, बाबा जी की किताबें पढ़ेंगे और चैंटिंग के टाइम पे जितना अलर्ट रहेंगे, उतना ही मन धीरे धीरे कंट्रोल होता जाएगा।
अलर्ट से मतलब कैसे प्रभु जी?
कि चैंटिंग, देखिए जब हम चैंटिंग करेंगे ना, तो 2-3 मिनट पहले प्रार्थना करना चाहिए और माइंड बनाना चाहिए कि अभी हम चैंटिंग कर रहे हैं तो हम भगवान के नाम के साथ है, उस नाम को हमें अच्छे से जपना है। तो उस भाव से हमको चैंटिंग करना चाहिए।
क्योंकि क्या होता है कि चैंटिंग कर रहे हैं तो थोड़ी देर चलता है, उसके बाद कोई थॉट आता है और नजर घड़ी पे चली जाती है, फिर लगता है अरे थोड़ा जल्दी करना है, तो जल्दी जल्दी करते हैं और दिमाग इधर उधर शुरू हो जाता है।
या वो जल्दी नहीं होनी चाहिए दिमाग में। जैसे अगर आप प्राइम मिनिस्टर से मिलने जा रहे हो इंडिया के, तो क्या आपको जल्दी रहेगी दिमाग में? व्हाट डू यू थिंक?
सही बात।
जल्दी नहीं रहेगी ना। तो आप किससे मिलने जा रहे हो, किसके साथ आपका अपॉइंटमेंट लगा है? व्हाट डू यू थिंक?
जी बस ये पूछना था,
है ना। आप किसका नाम जप रहे हैं, किससे मीटिंग है? He is much greater than prime minister. He is prime minister of all prime ministers for all time to come.
जी
So why to have a hurry? And if you give quality time to him, he will give quality to you all day. Whatever you do will become quality when you give quality time to him.
जी थैंक यू प्रभु जी, हरे कृष्णा।
Any other question? Okay, Anil Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
My question was in the last session we have discussed with about the pastime is and the philosophy. So can we say, Prabhuji, Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam is a pastime and philosophy is a Garu Purana is a past
No,
yeah,
no, no.
is a
Bhagavad
philosophy.
Gita is more philosophy. Bhagavatam is more pastime plus philosophy.
Okay. And Garu Purana, Prabhuji, can we say
Ganpa is
philosophy?
more about the rituals at the time of death. What happens at the time of death? That it talks about. It doesn't have much pastimes of the Lord.
Yeah, yeah.
How the jiva goes to the Yam Loka, that it talks about.
Okay.
Hmm. Yes. So Ruma Mataji. Ruma Goel Mataji. Hare Krishna. I want to say that some devotees felt the name were not called today. So it's not that you have not done the quiz, but we just selected 25 devotees so that we can properly serve them. Every time, in 15 minutes is not possible, 100 devotees to give Shatari, so we called. So your number will also come next week, so don't worry. Yes, Ruma Mother. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
Hare Krishna, yeah.
प्रभु जी आपसे एक जनरल क्वेश्चन है कि जिस टाइम हम लोग चैंटिंग करते हैं उस टाइम नींद बहुत आती है, क्यों?
आप किस टाइम चैंटिंग करते हो?
मॉर्निंग में,
नहाने के पहले, नहाने के बाद?
नहाने के बाद पूजा करते टाइम, बिफोर 8।
बिफोर 8। तो आप कितनी चैंट, हाउ मेनी राउंड से चैंटिंग?
नॉर्मली मैं 4 ही करती हूँ क्योंकि उससे आगे मेरा पॉसिबल नहीं हो पाता क्योंकि घर में छोटा बेबी है।
No problem. So you should open your eyes and chant and keep
प्रभु
the
जी
mantra.
आईज ओपन करके ही करती हूँ, बट फिर भी उस टाइम पे ये होता है कि बस अभी सो जाओ, और उसकी चैंटिंग के बाद जैसी पूजा अपनी संपूर्ण करती हूँ उसके बाद नहीं नींद आती है।
Is it? तो आपको ऐसा ऐसा क्यों होता है कि चैंटिंग के टाइम ही नींद आती है?
पता नहीं, मैं पूरी पूजा करती हूँ उस टाइम पे नींद नहीं आती, लेकिन जहां मैं चैंटिंग स्टार्ट करती हूँ धीरे धीरे नींद आना शुरू हो जाती है। आई डोंट नो।
आई थिंक दिमाग में कुछ टेंशन है कि कुछ रिलैक्स हो जाता है तो फिर नींद आ जाती है सर, बिकॉज
नहीं
चैंटिंग जैसे आप
नहीं,
करते हो दिमाग से सारी टेंशन चली जाती है।
टेंशन तो मेरे को कोई भी नहीं है।
नहीं है कि तो कोई बात नहीं, थोड़ा आप किसी भक्तों के साथ जूम वगैरह पे चैंटिंग करेंगे तो अच्छा होगा। अब पता है इनफैक्ट आप खड़े होके भी जब कर सकते हैं, पर सोना नहीं चाहिए करके।
नहीं,
अब
सोती नहीं हूँ,
हाँ
जिस टाइम भी नींद आती है ना उस टाइम पे
हाँ
खड़ी हो जाती हूँ या अपने
हाँ,
पैरों को
हाँ,
शेक करने लगती
तो
हूँ।
हाँ तो बस अगर आप अलर्ट रहती हैं तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, धीरे धीरे वो नींद चली जाएगी, कोई बात। और उसकी इम्पोर्टेंट है ना, आपको हरे कृष्णा महामंत्र को सुनना चाहिए। आप हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र को सुनेंगी ना तो ये नींद नहीं आएगी। क्या हो जाता है, ओवर टाइम हमको एक ही मंत्र लगता है, बोलते क्यों सुनने का, इसको जस्ट बोल दो, और दिमाग में और चीजें चलती है, फिर धीरे धीरे नींद आ जाती है। पर आप हरे कृष्ण
जी
महामंत्र को सुनेंगी तो नींद चली जाएगी।
श्योर प्रभु जी, नेक्स्ट टाइम से ध्यान रखूंगी।
यस
धन्यवाद प्रभु जी।
थैंक यू। यस पार्वती। ओके प्रिया माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
हरे
तो
कृष्ण।
वो इट्स लाइक फॉलो अप क्वेश्चन है जो एक प्रभु जी ने पूछा था। तो इट्स दुर्योधन एंड ऑल दे सॉ कृष्ण, तो आप बोले कि मतलब जो जो कृष्ण को देखते हैं दे दे एक्चुअली गेट लिबरेटेड, तो वो लोग क्यों नहीं लिबरेट हुए फिर? मतलब मेरे दिमाग में जस्ट आया।
नो मैंने नहीं बोला, पर जो कृष्ण को देखते हैं वो लिबरेट हो जाते हैं, जो भगवान के द्वारा मारे जाते हैं वो लिबरेट हो जाते हैं,
ओके।
और जो भगवान को भक्ति भावना से देखते हैं वो भगवान को पाते हैं।
हरे कृष्ण।
पर दुर्योधन भक्ति भाव से नहीं देख रहा था ना भगवान को। ओके पार्वती माता जी।